Darkness rises, and light to meet it.
Exar Kun's spirit was trapped for 4 millennia in the temples of Yavin 4 before it was briefly stirred by Luke Skywalker's arrival at the Secret Alliance base. 11 years later, when Luke founded the Jedi Academy on Yavin 4, Exar Kun corrupted Luke's most powerful student, Kip Duran, and attempted to resurrect himself by draining power from Luke and the other trainees. Among the trainees were Streen, a former gas prospector, and Karana T of Dathomir, who eventually became Jedi Masters, and following the war with the Yuuzhan Vong, co-founded a new Jedi Praxium to train Dathomirian Force sensitives. 9 years after the conflict with Exar Kun, Streen made the following recording.
Listen, I'm not much of a storyteller, but after Tion heard me talking with some youngsters who'd asked me about that business with Exar Kun, she wanted me to tell it again for the record, so here I am. But just so you know, I'm not even going to try for a whole history of Exar Kun or what Kip Duran went through. There are other records for that, and Tion can direct you to them. I'm just gonna say what I remember about the Dark Man's last day on Yavin 4. Alright, so the Dark Man had already caused the death of my friend Ganterus. He turned Kip Duran against Master Skywalker, and he put Master Skywalker's body into a state that hovered between life and death. That's before me and the other Jedi apprentices finally realized what we were up against. A spirit who put thoughts into our heads to corrupt us. It's sad to say that we didn't sort this out until the spirit had gotten its hooks into me. I told my allies that he'd been whispering to me constantly for weeks, just as he'd done to Ganterus. But that didn't stop his prattle. He entered my mind while I was sleeping, and made me think I was having a dream about fighting him. But what he was really doing was making me try to destroy Master Skywalker's unconscious body, which I almost did. Fortunately, Leia Solo and my fellow Jedi trainees were able to stop me. I snapped out of the nightmare and thought Kan Solusar was gonna take my damn head off before Karana T quickly convinced him I didn't know what I was doing. After I recovered, I told everyone what I knew must be done. We had to destroy the Dark Man before he killed us all. It was Jason and Jaina Solo who told us the Dark Man was Exar Kun. They'd come to Yavin 4 with their parents to check on their uncle, Master Skywalker that is. The twins were only 3 years old at the time. It turns out they could communicate with their uncle, who spoke to them from the spirit plane and told them Exar Kun's name. Tion already knew more about Jedi lore than most, and she knew a thing or two about this Sith Lord. After Exar Kun's master failed to turn his student back to the light side, other Jedi banded together in a massive strike force and followed him back to the stronghold, right here on Yavin 4. The Jedi combined their might, unified their focus of the Force to lay waste to most of the jungles. Exar Kun's body was obliterated, but he must have used some kind of Sith sorcery to preserve his spirit in the temples. I was entrusted with Master Skywalker's lightsaber and was guarding his body. He was laid out in a stone platform in the Grand Audience Chamber when the Dark Man returned, and appeared before me as a shadowy figure clad in dark padded armor. A pulsing tattoo of a black sun burned from his forehead. I told him I wouldn't do his bidding, and I activated the lightsaber. He taunted me, and it was a struggle to resist the anger he tried to bring out in me. In the years I'd spent as a prospector at Bespin, I'd come to believe that I wasn't very comfortable around people, but I felt very empowered with the arrival of my fellow trainees. There was Karana T, Kan Solusar, Tion, Silgal, Dorsk 81, and Brachus. They'd been waiting for the right moment to enter the chamber and catch Exar Kun off guard. Jason and Jaina Solo were there too, close by Silgal's side. Now, Exar Kun was not impressed by our numbers. He even taunted us and seemed confident that he might defy us. But then another Jedi appeared. It was the spirit of Master Vodo Sias Bast. He said this: "Together, Jedi can overcome their weakness. Exar Kun, my student, you are defeated. And then another apparition appeared. That was Master Skywalker. His physical body was still inert, laying there on that stone slab, but his apparition said, "The way to extinguish your shadow is to increase the light." Karana T had activated her lightsaber, and she and I crossed blades through the middle of Exar Kun's shadowy body. There was a great blaze of light, then darkness flooded out from Exar Kun. The Sith Lord screamed before he vanished forever, and then Vodosias Bas disappeared too. Master Skywalker awakened. Soon, he was fully recovered. Now listen, it doesn't pain me to admit that I couldn't have defeated Exar Kun or rescued Master Skywalker on my own. Even Master Skywalker was vulnerable to that Sith fiend. Only proud or overly confident beings think they are completely able to take care of themselves without help at all times. Pride and confidence can make a solid suit of armor, but such armor is weak compared with the power of the Force, especially if that armor isolates you from other Jedi. Remember the words of Vodosias Bas. Together, Jedi can overcome their weaknesses. Join me next time as we discuss the Yuuzhan Vong. If you're new here to the channel, subscribe and join the Dreamwalkers on our journey. Don't forget to check out the Rankle Report, where we discuss what's trending in pop culture, gaming, and Star Wars news, reviews, theories, and clues. I do what I love, and I hope you love what I do. This has been Lore and Legends. Until next time.